And welcome back to the Florida Athletics Network. Darren Healy, joined by my sensational partner, Brandon Daniels, here from the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting at Full Sail University, as we're here for our last game of the Tampa Bay Extreme Youth Football League 10 under. This game, it's going to be the Bandits versus the Ravens, and we were just treated two pretty exciting games before this one, Brandon.
You know, that was an incredible game, but first I want to start by saying I appreciate the adjectives. I mean, sensational. I don't get that a lot. But going into some actual football, what we saw last game, number 55 for the Cougars.
Oh, man.
Sensational runner of the football. If you want to talk sensational, that's sensational.
Give him a scholarship now.
Give him a scholarship. Sign him up right now. But the Outlaws ended up taking that one 26-0. But we're going to see how this one turns out as the Bandits are going to take on the Ravens in this 10 and under late night matchup, prime time football.
Yep, under the lights, Friday night lights basically, and this is the oldest age group that we have announced so far today.
Could we be seeing some more passing? We saw one.
What? The triangle? You need another chain. You need what? You need people on the chain.
All right. We're going to get underway here for some 10 and under action.
Yeah. A little bit of confusion there with the chain gang.
We're going to have some ghosts on the chain so far. We're going to get some actual people in here now, so that is a bonus.
So dual back set here for the Ravens to start it off here. Under center, bobble the snap. And it looks like quarterback's going to take it himself. And he gets it to about the 35-yard line.
Good start. So we're seeing a lot of running of the football today throughout all three games. But we're going to see if we can see some more passing. I've been saying it all game. I'm pretty much a passing nerd at this point.
I mean, I agree with you. I would love to see some passing, but it's just not common in this league. Nor should it really be common.
You know, let me ask you something. Going a little bit off topic here. These Ravens jerseys, kind of looking like those Vikings color rush jerseys that we see in the NFL.
I'd actually argue that it's actually kind of weird. I'd argue that it's a little bit of like a combination of a couple of jerseys.
Definitely true, but regardless of the jerseys,
Take
it's
the
going to be a
snap.
handoff to that fullback, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain of yards there, and the Bandits come out hot on defense.
You know what these jerseys remind me of, Brandon?
What is that
The
there?
University of Washington.
Washington. Very interesting decision there.
That's what they remind me of. I'm just
But
telling you.
hey, I can kind of get behind that.
Yeah, you got the purple and gold, which were my high school's colors, so I always appreciate that.
Shout out Delco for that one.
Yeah, shout out Upper Darby High School. But they kind of like the stripes on the shoulders there, so it does remind me of Washington a fair bit.
Yeah, that's definitely true. We're going to see if they can channel some Washington offense and get a first down. As Washington, no stranger to the first down, as many college programs are.
Under center here. And
it's going to
did
be
they
a
draw
false
off
start.
sides, or is it false? It's going to be a false start.
It's going to be a false start on the entire defensive line. So now say what you want. They were ready to go.
They were
So,
anxious.
I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but it looks like they're being backed up here. So offensive false start. Now that is a change of events. Third and long now coming up for this Raven offense.
Brandon, let me tell you something. There is a kid on the sideline here, number 0, nicknamed Flash.
Oh,
Gotta love that.
gotta love it. Now, if he can actually fly, that's the question. But I have to assume with that nickname that he can fly. So
Same formation under center, 3 back set, 2 wide receivers.
they go double pat on the thighs before every snap.
And I think it's going to be a false start on number 5. He took off way too early.
Now, that was a great play as they actually got a lot of blocking and broke it out to the outside. But a false start, like you just said, on number 5, broke out way too early. And it's going to be a loss of another 5 yards, and we're going to back it up.
Forever.
Let's just keep it moving. Refs getting a lot of work over these 3 games, as they should. But despite that, these teams are putting up some solid football.
So 3rd and about, let's say it's called 20.
Yeah, we'll call it 20. 3rd and 20 now.
See if they pull out some air yardage here.
This early in the game, I'd probably pass out from excitement. Coaches once again doing their thing, letting their kids know how this game works.
Man in motion. Oh, and they split out. Only one back there now. Man in motion.
A lot of motion on this play.
Yeah.
I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Take the snap, hand it off to the halfback. He cuts around to the far side of the field, but he will be met at about the 24, 25-yard line. And they almost have to go for it here on 4th down, Brandon.
Yeah, of course. We haven't seen a punt either, so I have to assume they're going for it on 4th down. But speaking about that play itself, it looked like they had almost had a shot to break that one to that left sideline, but whoever's running the linebacker over there for the Bandits did a great job getting over there to stop this one. It's going to be 4th down and long coming up for the Ravens.
You can definitely tell the Ravens are trying to throw off the Outlaws by first they put a man in motion, then they put 2 of the halfbacks out wide, then you put another man in motion. A lot of motion on that offense, so a little complicated here, but might be a little complicated for their own good.
Yeah, you never know. That overcomplication could hurt them, but it also could help them. You never know. We look like we're going to see another bit of a flag here.
They're moving the chains.
They're moving the chains. This is a generous spot. Like I know you can move the spot about 1 or 2 yards, but this is a very generous spot.
Yeah, it's actually going to be a new set of downs.
We don't see this very often in football. Now, I'm not sure exactly what just went down. All power to whoever just pulled that off because they just got a 1st down out of that one.
As they didn't have a football out on the field.
Now, maybe that was, look.
Delay game?
Delay game, possibly. I have to assume that wasn't of anyone's fault there, as the Ravens are going to take over at midfield.
Or it actually looks like, I think what they did was they did a pseudo punt. So I actually think the Outlaws are taking over here at midfield.
Okay, so some new development here. So a pseudo punt gives the Outlaws the ball at midfield.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Go your 4th down.
Instead of trying to go for it deep in your own territory, you go with the pseudo punt. I like that strategy by the coaches. Play it safe here, early going.
Man in motion, quarterback under center. Hand off to the halfback. He cuts it to the near side of the field. He has some speed, gets the block, and there he goes! Number 4 taking it to the house.
Looking back at his defense, said, "What's up? You can't get me."
There is a flag though, and it will be holding.
Oh, what a killer! What a killer for the Bandits.
That's why I was able to get that hole because someone held.
Hey, hold or not, that was a great run by number 4. He just showed his acceleration, his speed, and that's going to be dangerous. Yes, that one is going to be called back, but the Ravens got to look out for him in the future.
Definitely. Showed great agility on that play, great speed, outstanding acceleration.
And he gave a little look back to his defender as he crossed the goal line there. Don't know if he's looking at the ref or he's looking at his defender, but I love the confidence. So see if he gets the ball again here. You have to assume that he might, given what he just did on this last play.
It's going to be on the Ravens' 45-yard line.
He's going to line up as the halfback here.
Yeah. 2 tight ends, quarterback under center, 2 wide receivers set.
Number 1 at tight end. Looks like he's facing the quarterback. Interesting.
Yeah, both tight ends are facing the quarterback.
I don't know what to call that formation, let me tell you.
Yeah, it is 12 personnel. And it looks like we're going past 9. Kick it out. Throws it away.
And it's complete.
He gets around the man. He keeps on going. That's number 9 down at the 20-yard line. And there's your forward pass.
There's my forward pass, and that's the first pass completion that we've seen tonight. And that one goes for near 30 yards on the great rollout and a great throw to number 9 for the 1st down.
A bootleg pass there.
That was glorious. That was absolutely glorious. Oof. I honestly wasn't expecting a pass there.
was
I didn't
not
know what
either.
formation that was. He ran it under center, faked the handoff to number 4, and had it all day. The offensive line did a great job keeping him clean. You know, there's always those pictures online where the offensive linemen's jerseys are all dirty, quarterback jerseys is straight up clean. You say their jerseys look like that, so he can look like that. And the offensive line kind of channeled that one there.
The gun here. 1 halfback, 2 receivers, 1 tight end. Put a man in motion. Takes a snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. And, what a great tackle there by number 7. Able to break the line and able to trip up the quarterback.
Shoestring tackle by number 7 stops the long gain and gets him at the line of scrimmage. So great effort there on the Ravens defense, trying to plug up all holes possible.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and about 8 for the Outlaws.
Now I'm loving what I'm seeing from this offense so far. They got 1 long gain. Of course, it was called back, that touchdown run, but that pass was absolutely beautiful. And I'm loving what they're seeing. They have a lot of variety, even more so than what we saw from the other Outlaws team last game, that Northeast 2.
Under center formation. Oh, it's actually going to be an end-around pitch to number 1. He cuts it to the far side of the field. It'll be tackled at about the 10-yard line.
Almost got that stiff arm on that far sideline, but was dragged down by the arm and the torso for no gain.
So they faked a handoff and actually pitched it out to the wide receiver who pulled an end around, and it will be about 1st and goal, it looks like.
Once again, loving what I'm seeing from this offense. They're pulling out all the stops early. You got to think, is there play? Are they running out of play calls? It's only the first half, and they've pulled out a lot of formations so far already.
Well, this is the oldest group we have seen so far, so it's not surprising to see a little bit of a more complex offense here, as number 9 is once again under center. 1 halfback set, looks like 3 tight ends. They actually handed it off to a tight end here, trying to carry around to the outside, to the near side of the field. Oh, he's going to get stopped right at the goal line, but he's in for the touchdown.
You got sandwiched there, but had just enough to cross that goal line for the score. And the Bandits are now up 6-0, barring the 2-point conversion.
So the Bandits get the first score of the game here. So they will try to make it an 8-0 game.
Barring the 2-point conversion, we have no idea what they're going to pull out here. They've pulled out a lot of formations, just handed off to the tight end for the touchdown. So there are endless possibilities for this team.
So the Outlaws are going for 2 here.
Two men out wide here for the Outlaws. We're going to see what they can pull out. I formation with 2 out wide.
Takes a snap, hands it off. And is he in? He is not. So it will remain a 6-0 game. Favor the Outlaws.
Good start for them, definitely, as they were able to get on the board with the rushing touchdown. But we saw everything. We saw the quarterback rush, we saw the wide receiver rush, we saw the pass, and we just saw that run in by the tight end. So all stops being pulled here in the first half of this one.
So let's see what the Ravens can do here on their second offensive drive of the game.
Extended coaching timeout here for the Ravens. Now down 6-0. They got to get some points out on the board to possibly tie this one up or take the lead, depending on how this drive goes.
Just a reminder, we're here at Northeast High School in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's about a little after 9 o'clock here.
beautiful night for some football. Ravens getting their offensive set here.
Quarterback adjusting his offensive lineman. I believe that was the center. He's under center. Takes the snap. Hands off to the fullback. Cuts
it
around. Oh, he kind of got turned around and it was tackled face first. And gets beyond the 40-yard line.
You know, he was turned around, but he could see his defender tackle him. So at least he was prepared for that. As he gets the first down. So a good start on this drive for the Ravens. As they just got to get positive yards on every play. That's the key. However that gets done, through the air, on the ground, whatever it may be.
By air or by ground, they will be there.
One if by ground, two if by sea, right?
Maybe actually some winter football.
I can't believe you actually broke that up. I honestly thought I could have avoided that. But that's okay. That's okay. You know what? Whatever gets this Ravens offense going.
So they'll be under center once again. 3-back set.
Number 4, their quarterback directing traffic. Doing what he does best at the line of scrimmage.
And he will take the snap. Oh, he fumbles the snap.
Scrum in the middle of the field. We're going to see who picks it up.
I believe it's the Bandits.
No signal yet.
I actually don't know if he was ever down with the ball. One thing could do is chilling there with the ball in his hand.
I don't know, but a turnover forced.
It's almost as if it was like a magic trick.
I have no idea. David Blaine came out for that one. And the Outlaws now taking over in Raven territory with the 6-0 lead.
And there will be a timeout called for the Ravens.
You got to figure out what's going on here. They just coughed up a fumble. We honestly still don't know how that happened, but they coughed up a fumble.
Well, we know how it happened. We just don't know how the Bandits recovered.
This is definitely true. Either way, they got to step it up on defense. They're already down a score. They got to get a stop here because they had the momentum. They got across to the 40-yard line, but gave that right back with that fumble.
So the Outlaws will break the huddle. Ravens on defense. Outlaws trying to extend their lead here, up 6-0 right now. Single back formation, 12 personnel.
Now, I love the tight ends are facing each other again. Now, the last time they did this, they threw the ball.
Well, let's see if that happens again.
Let's see if they do it again.
Down.
It's a bold play call if they do it. Wind picking up just a little bit, so that could have an effect on the pass. We're going to see what they end up doing here as their quarterback's under the gun. Motion.
Oh, a little bit of Canadian football action. Looks like, it's a screen pass. That's a fumble. Behind him. And that will be recovered by the Outlaws. So that was interesting. We saw kind of like a receiver in motion as if it was either like arena football or Canadian football.
I don't know. That was some non-American football, put it that way. That was not something we see down here. However, the pass could have worked out if he caught that one, but fell through his hands, almost coughing up that fumble right back to the Ravens. But he was lucky enough to fall on it, and they get it back just over midfield at the Ravens' 49-yard line. Yeah. Second down and long now coming up.
Just outside the 50.
It's about 2nd and 17. So they got work
personnel.
To do.
Titans are facing each other once again.
I'm loving this set. It's been working out okay, but I just love the design of this set.
Looks like it might be the same play. Receiver in motion.
And he's going to cross the line of scrimmage. Number 2 came back over the line of scrimmage.
And that's a risky run when you do a play like that.
Yeah, you got to make sure that timing is pretty much immaculate because your quarterback needs to know when your receiver is going to actually cross the line of scrimmage, because if you do it too late, that's a false start. It's just there's a lot of factors in that one, and you got to make sure it's pretty perfect. So it's a tough one to pull out, especially here in youth football. And now, backed up all the way for a long second down, back at the 40-yard line. And they got to get all the way to the Ravens 32, and they're at their own 40. So they definitely have some work to do.
Second in about forever.
Pretty much, as they're going to give him a nice spot up to the 35. So that does help just a little bit. Or the 45, excuse me.
Yeah, from 145, yeah, to a little bit under the 30, it looks like. So it will
So that'll be second and 24, based on
about.
my rough estimate here from upstairs in the booth. Now, do you pass the ball again?
Yeah. Under center, one back, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends.
Different formation here, so they're definitely changing it up.
Tight
Man
end
goes in motion
again.
again.
Once again. Oh, it looks like a little bit of confusion. The ball is handed off. That's got to go behind the line of scrimmage.
Laundry list. We got another flag on the field.
Yeah, let's see if this one is on.
So they got the timing right on that one, we think.
And the penalty will be declined. And it'll be third down, and third down and about 275 here.
Yeah, Darren, I don't know if that math adds up, but it's definitely a lot.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Well, 275 referring to the interstate.
Ah, okay.
Connecting, which we had to drive on, connecting Tampa to St. Petersburg, across the bay.
A long way away.
Yeah.
Not a lot of options if you're on 275, let's be honest. It's a tight running lane. Tight running lane. Third down now coming up for the Outlaws. And now it looks to be about 3rd and 28.
That's my favorite number right there, 28.
28. Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh. Would you look at that? They're doing nice things for you up here, Darren. They knew that was your favorite number, too.
Yeah, definitely.
They wanted to bring it back just so they can give it to you.
Definitely third in forever. Country mile, basically.
We love country miles. Let's see if they can pick up a country mile on third down here.
Single back set, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. They are once again facing each other.
My favorite formation in all of football. I don't know what it's called, but I love it. Let's see if they bring that man in motion as they've been doing most of the game. They used to bring number 2 in motion. This time doesn't look like they're going to do it.
Oh, it looks like my guy to jump off sides, and they did. Ooh, great job there by the offense, but the hard count and the man in motion to draw the offsides call, and it makes this third down a little bit more manageable.
So cutting down on the country mile. And now instead of 28, it's going to be only 3rd and 23. So, hey, chipping away slowly.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. Now the question is, do they pick up a giant step and a first down here?
Yeah, they're going to need some big boy steps here. Same formation once again.
One of the Giant Steps best jazz album of all time. No, I'm telling you the truth here, Darren. Let's see if they can take one here.
And
get a first down.
Number 1 trying to communicate to his quarterback, and I think they're taking a timeout. And they will. A little bit of miscommunication there, or northeast end.
Now, this has been a sloppy drive for the Outlaws. A lot of penalties, negative yardage across the board. But with that 6-0 lead, all you got to do is burn a little bit of clock until halftime. So we're going to see what they can pull out of here as they're in the timeout trying to draw something up. All right, so now I get lined up here. Darren, unrelated note, let me tell you, you know it's getting cold when your hands turn purple.
Oh, jeez.
But aside from that fact, it's going to be 3rd and 23.
Let's see if they can convert it here. It'll be very impressive if they do. Oh, a little bit of confusion. It looks like they might have jumped across the line early. Oh, the Ravens have the football. They took it right out of the quarterback's hands.
Don't stop playing until the echo of the whistle. They did just that, and they get the fumble. So, didn't know if it was going to be a false start. We had no idea, but the fumble was coughed up by the Outlaws, and the Ravens have a chance to take the lead now deep in Northeast territory.
Boy, that's a real game changer right there.
That's a game changer if I've ever heard it, or seen it, or both.
That was a great job, just able to strip the ball right out of the quarterback's hands. And like you said, not stopping until you hear the whistle.
Definitely. like taking candy from a baby, although that looked like much tougher than taking candy from a baby. I don't know what you can compare that to, but
Like taking a football from a quarterback.
you know what? Let's just keep it like that. It's like taking a football from a quarterback. But a great play by the Ravens is they're in the huddle now, trying to get something going here. Now sitting at the Outlaw 31-yard line.
See if they do here. The Ravens looking for their first points of the game. And it will be a 3-back set. 3-back set here for the Ravens. Number 4 under center, 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end. They switch it now. They have a slot receiver. He goes in motion. Takes snap, hands off to halfback number 3, cuts upfield, breaks a tackle. He has some open room. Going to get taken down at about the 20-yard line, maybe.
A potential horse collar tackle, but no flag there.
That.
Went way high on it.
Yeah.
But a good run by the Ravens offense to start this drive. Is now all the way down to that 21-yard line.
And they're looking like the real Ravens. Heavy run, power run first.
Run first, and it looks like we're going to halftime here.
So going into halftime, the Outlaws have the lead over the the Ravens 6-0. We'll catch you back here on the Florida Athletics Network in just a little bit. And welcome back to the Florida Athletics Network for the resumption of the 12 and under game here between the Northeastern Outlaws and the Ravens. Outlaws up 6-0 here as we get ready to begin the second half.
I'm pretty excited to see this one. I got my passes. I'm loving the formations by the Outlaws. The tight ends are facing each other. They were doing that over in the first half. I'm not sure if they're going to set it up here to start the second, and it looks like they are.
Yeah, the Outlaws do have the ball to begin the second half.
The Ravens were flirting with the touchdown in the first, but they just ran out of time. So we're going to see if they can rebound, get a stop on defense, and try to tie this one up. But first, they got to stop the Outlaws and their potent offense.
Definitely. As it is an end around to the far side of the field. And he has some speed. Look at him go!
My goodness.
He has one man to beat! Turn on the rocket versus young man! That's going to be a touchdown!
Oh my
first play!
goodness.
The chain gang wasn't even set up, but it didn't matter.
Houston, we are cleared for takeoff. Oh my goodness. He said, he just ran by everybody. What a way to start the second half. I honestly have no words for this. What a game. What a start.
Oh, we do have
a penalty flag, and it looks like
it is on the offense.
All of that work called back.
I think that's his second big play in this game.
Yep.
That was called back due to penalty.
That is unfortunate for the Outlaws. Is that was the best play they've had all night.
Oh, man.
And instead of a touchdown, it's a loss of 5 yards. So unfortunately, that touchdown's coming off the board, that run's coming off the board, all of that exhilaration, momentum, all gone.
For nothing.
But hey, if you could do it once, you could do it again.
Definitely.
And we're going to see if they could do it again. But they're backed up in their own territory. We're going to see if they can really come up with something, just like what they did. Now, how would I be feeling if I were the Ravens at this point? You just gave them that long touchdown, and you got to line up against them once again. You got bailed out by the penalty. You just can't let up 2 big plays in a row. Tight ends facing each other once again here on first down and 15.
So let's see what they can do here. See if they can rebound after that penalty call. Man in motion. Takes a snap. Hand off once again. He doesn't look like he's gassed at all.
Oh, gets tripped up.
Yeah, gets tackled at the 25-yard line.
Oh, he is not looking like he's out of juice. Looks like he's just... Oh, he got some energy boost at halftime or something because he's coming out firing.
Fast recuperation right there.
Oh, yeah. I wish I had that. I feel like an old man compared to him. Most likely because I probably am. I'm like twice this kid's age. But he's fast. He's probably faster than you and I.
Definitely, 100%.
And you know what? That's exactly what we need in between these lines. Looks like they got it back just around their original spot, so it's going to be 3rd and 8 coming up.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8, my apologies. Coming up here for the Outlaws. They got to keep feeding their star in the backfield. The way that he's been running the football over the last couple plays, you got to keep going to him.
The run is the heart of the offense. Oh, it's actually going to be a jet sweep, and they reverse it. What's some trickery here? Look at the block here. Oh, man, he cuts it in your side of the field. He's going upfield. He's at the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10. Gets around the man. He's going to be tackling at the 6.
Oh.
I couldn't tell who was on number 3, but he was doing an amazing job blocking him. And
that was the MVP of that run. Trickery, a great outside block, and they get all the way down to about the 10-yard line.
Boy, what a great block there to set up that run.
And no flag on the play, it looks like.
Yeah, that's the important part.
That's the most important part here. But hold on a second. Why are they going back?
Could there have been a hold? There was a flag, actually. I just saw the near side ref pick it up.
So it looks like it might have been that outside blocker. Number 0 is talking to the coach about some blocking techniques. So I'm assuming he was holding on the block and it's going to go all the way back. So once again, a huge play negated by penalty.
Yeah, I didn't see the block the entire time, but from what I did see, it didn't look like it was exactly a hold.
It didn't look that bad.
It very well could have been.
But these refs trying to make sure these kids learn the game correctly.
Yeah, that's very true.
They're going to call that one back. We're going to see what they can come up with here. This Ravens defense just being sliced up. They got to get a stop. That's all they can hope for is a stop because they're letting up big play after big play to start the second half.
Sloppy football is what it is.
Sloppy football, but I think they got the heart.
Once again, they are very young. They are still learning the game, and this is spring football, so it is a lot more relaxed.
Of course.
But that is 2 great runs wiped out by penalty.
Oh, unfortunately, they were wiped out by penalty, but that's got to be something you keep in the back of your mind that you're able to run the football. So keep it going. This tight end set is working. I have no idea what it's called, but it's working. I don't know if they talk to each other about blocking schemes in the middle of the play, or I don't know, but it works.
Yeah, it is a 12 personnel set, and for those of you at home who don't know that, it means 1 halfback, 2 tight ends. And they're actually going to hand it off to a tight end here on some jet sweep backs and breaks a tackle. Oh, he's going the wrong way. He's going to get tackled for a big loss.
That's the Ravens did exactly what they needed to do. Do not get them in positive yardage. Keep them moving backwards. Now, they got some help with those penalties, but they proved that they don't even need the help with the penalties. They can get them going backwards. And it's going to be 3rd down here for the Outlaws as they were stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Tried to run some tight end trickery, but did not go as planned.
So 3rd and about forever here for the Outlaws.
Yeah, we got a man coming out wide. Looks like they're bringing it back in. See, I've been saying this all game, but these guys on the outside have got single coverage.
Yeah, let it rip.
You might as well. One of these guys got to have a cannon. I don't know who it is. I didn't do my scouting assignments.
Takes a snap. He's going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to go down. The Ravens get to him. And that's going to be the first sack of the game.
They stand him up on 3rd down. Once again, I'm just trying to call pass plays. And maybe they shouldn't listen to me because it didn't seem to work on that one. The Ravens did an excellent job getting to the quarterback. And it's going to be 4th down for them now. We're going to see if they go with that de facto punt. Deep in their own territory, only up 6-0.
Yeah, so if you love if you love defense, this is a game for you, but
you might want to keep this one on replay.
The Ravens defense has actually been bailed out by a couple of penalties.
That's definitely true. And it looks like they're going to go
with the punt. Take the pseudo punt.
Yes. Hey, that was kind of a cannon. I like what I saw from that one.
So you have a little bit of a gust of wind blowing here.
Yep. We're getting our full gusts coming in here. But de facto punt puts the Ravens offense at the 40.
Yeah. As we also have some very loud motorcycles go by behind us. So at the 40-yard line, down only 6, so they can very much not only tie the game but take the lead on this drive.
Exactly, and it's only one play to change the entire course of this game. You never know what's going to come through for them. Now, already in outlaw territory, I mean, this is shaping up to be a good one for the Ravens if they can get positive yardage.
So let's see what the Ravens will do here. Their first offensive drive after the half.
You know, it could almost be an advantage that it's cold because they just want to keep running.
Definitely.
It looks like they're in the eye here.
3-back set, yeah. Hands off to the halfback. He breaks the tackle. Tries to stiff arm him, man, will be met about the line of scrimmage.
Great job. Almost thought he could break to the outside, but was stood up and met by that outlaw defense. They're going to gain just a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9 coming up. And this Ravens offense got to get it moving. They're only down 1 score, so they're not out of this one yet. Of course, with every second that ticks off, they just got less time. And the amount of time that they take per drive that doesn't let up any points, they should start to feel a little flustered here. Ravens getting to the line here. 2nd and 9 at the Outlaw 39. So they're definitely in position to get some points on the board if they can just get down the field and work their way down.
Same formation. He takes the snap. A little bit confused. The number 4 is going to keep it himself. Trying to find a hole, but he is stuffed.
Didn't know which running back to actually give it to. When you got a 3-back set, you got to know which one you're going to hand the ball off to.
Yeah,
that one is stuffed.
He had a 1 in 3 chance of getting that one correct.
Stuffed like a stuffed mushroom. But yeah, like you just said, it's tough with these 3-back sets. But going back to youth football, getting these fundamentals down early. And I don't know how much 3-back set you see in later stages, but
not a lot.
Trying to get these formations down pat, so at least they know them. They'll learn the simpler ones as they go along.
Single back set, and it is a timeout for the Outlaws.
Going to try to change up their defense here. Didn't like what they saw, apparently. They're going to see what they can come up with after the timeout.
So it is about 3rd and, let's call it 13 here for the Ravens.
It's a generous 13 that you gave them there, Darren. Nonetheless, they got to pick up a first down here.
Take the snap. Finds a hole, gets to the outside. There he goes! He's at the 10, the 5. Can he get there? No, he's tackled just after the 5-yard line, but that's going to pick up a first down and put him in the red zone.
For a second there, I thought he was going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage, but he slipped his way through, slithered like a snake down inside the 10-yard line, and they got a 1st and goal inside the 5.
So a great run there by the Ravens, and that will set up some red zone football for them.
Now, it's the first time they've gone to this end of the field.
Yeah, it's crucial. This is a crucial set of downs for them.
This is where games are won, in the red zone. If you're efficient in the red zone, you can win football games. And we're going to see if they prove me right here as they get a 1st and goal inside the 5.
I formation, dual back set.
They got Darren Sproles like running back there.
They hand it off to the small man. Can he slip through? He is down at about 2.
So, hey, keep running it up the middle with this I formation. I mean, eventually you're going to start breaking the defense, and they're doing that as the game is going on. So we're going to see what they can put together here.
Let's see if they can get going here. Goal. Three-back set. He takes a shot, pitches it to the fullback, and he's in! Touchdown!
Darren, we got a tie football game 6-6.
Pending the extra point, the Ravens could, or excuse me, a 2-point conversion, they could take the lead.
Now, the question is, can they get this 2-point conversion? This is going to be clutch. If they can get this, they're going to take the lead. It's been all Outlaw so far this game, but one play could give them the lead.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, it's a tie game.
Exactly.
Isn't a bad situation to be in right now.
And of course, you got to get this 2-point conversion. That's your priority right here. Get the lead and do your best to hold it on defense. We're going to see what kind of set they come up with here.
I formation, quarterback's under center. Takes up all the bobble snap. Oh man, the coaches are visibly frustrated.
Sits on the ground, knows that he had an opportunity to take the lead, could not convert, and it's still going to be 6-6.
Yeah, the coaches there, one of them jumping up, but the other one just kind of fell down in disappointment.
You know, shades of disappointment. You see it on both ends. You see the jumping up and down. You see the just sitting down. You know, there's probably another coach out there who's just kind of looking around. Didn't know, couldn't believe what he just saw. But nonetheless, tie football game coming down to the wire here at Northeast High School. Now, the thing about it is, this Outlaws offense has been doing really well on the ground. And
both teams have been doing very well.
Oh, that's
on the
definitely
ground.
true. They've both been doing really well on the ground. But I had to give the edge to the Outlaws so far this game. With those 2 long plays, yes, negated by penalty, but long plays nonetheless. And that's exactly what they need here. As they get the ball at the 30-yard line to try to start up the game-extending drive. See if they can finally take back this lead that they just gave up.
So the Outlaws will take over here at about the 30-yard line here, trying to break this stalemate.
Big crowd forming here for this 10 and under heavyweight bout, as this one is definitely coming down to the end. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Outlaws. Number 7 coming out wide for the team. Laid back coverage by the Ravens. They know that they can't really get anything going in the passing game, so we're going to see what they do on the ground as they take this one up the near sideline. He's going to break it to the outside, and he's going to be tackled down. Not before a 1st down. And number 1 muscling his way for 10 to move the chains.
Yeah, the jet sweep there from the tight end. Able to cut around the outside, but unable to break the 2nd tackle.
This is a sneaky, sneaky formation. Now, I'm saying how much I love it, and I got to keep saying
There's a lot, because it's so versatile. There's so many things you can do with this formation.
Quarterback keeper, you could hand it off to one of the 2 tight ends, you hand it off to one of the running backs. I mean, there's so much you can do. And they've been putting one of their tight ends in motion. They actually almost ended up running a pass earlier in the 1st half. So you can do so much with this one formation. I can see why they run it every single play, because it just works.
Yeah, I mean, this is what their offense is built off of as they go back in the same formation. Well, let's see what they do here under center. It's going to be 1st and 10, about the 40-yard line. Takes a snap. That's going to be a false start. I saw on the right tackle.
Number 1, of course.
So false start call there on the right tackle.
Now, it's going to be a 1st down and 15 coming up for the Outlaws.
Same formation.
See what they can come up with here. I mean,
perhaps we should just call this the Outlaw formation.
We should just call it the Outlaw formation. I've been saying I don't know what it's called, and we're just going to give it an unofficial name. The Outlaw formation coming up here on 1st and 15.
Under center, takes a snap. Gonna be a jet sweep to the left, far side of the field. He has some open space. Cuts around now to the near side of the field.
He's going the wrong way.
Oh, let's see what he can do here. Ton of extra yardage going to the other side of the field once again.
Gets a
block. Oh, he has some room in front of him. Is it going to go all the way? It's 1 man to beat. Look at that. Keep on going up, man. That's going to be a touchdown.
There's the flag on the play.
He threw up the douches at the end of the play, but oh my goodness.
Oh my, there's a flag on the play. We have to see what this one is. But he reversed field 3 different times.
Oh,
just
man.
Because he could.
I believe that flag's going to be taunting. Threw up the deuces at the end.
You know what? At that point, just take the flag.
Man.
You deserve it after that one.
What a great play. Let's see if the touchdown still counts. That's the important part here.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
He reversed field about 3 times.
That was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Keeping it alive, not wanting to go down.
He said, you know what, I'm not going to reverse field 1 time. 2's kind of boring, so let me do it 3 times. And it ended up working out.
It'll be a penalty on the kickoff.
So the touchdown does count, I believe.
Penalty looks to be enforced on the ensuing kickoff for the Ravens, but the touchdown stands.
Yeah, he threw up the peace sign. I mean, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. I mean, cheetah speed right there, emulating Tyreek Hill on that one. And, oh my goodness, that was the play of the day. Oh, Darren, how are your vocal cords?
Hi. About as worn out as our running back's legs right now.
He looked like he could go for another 100 yards after that one, though.
Oh, man.
Oh.
So, the important part about that play is that the Outlaws take the lead. It's now 12-6. They're going to try to make it 14-6 here.
Barring this 2-point conversion. And oh my goodness.
Let's see what they do here.
I mean, he just did it for the fun of it.
I think you're in probably about 40 extra, like probably even more than 40 extra yards on that play than he had
Now,
to.
see, here's the thing. When he reversed field the second time, the entire team was coming after him. He shook off about 2 tacklers, reversed field, and outran everybody for a touchdown. He did get a key block now coming back towards the line of scrimmage. But nonetheless, it was a touchdown. Most likely the greatest play I've ever seen. And we're going to see if they can go up 14-6 on the 2-point conversion.
The outlaw formation.
Patented outlaw formation.
They hand off on the jet sweep. It's a reverse. He's going to get out to the outside. And he's going to go down at about the 10-yard line. So a little too tricky for their own good.
Yeah, it got a little too cutesy, but 12-6 game nonetheless. That taunting penalty will be enforced on the kickoff for the Ravens, so they're going to get a little bit of an advantage there on their ensuing offensive possession. But nonetheless, the Outlaws take a 12-6 lead on one of the wildest plays I've ever seen in this sport.
That is outstanding.
Oh, can we give him a trophy or something? Maybe like $20?
Well, if only we had some next-gen stats here. I would have loved to see
Amazon's
the total,
next-gen stats.
I would have loved to see the total amount of yards he ran on that play. Like you said, you reversed field 3 times.
Oh. Now, game MVP, the way this is going, it's got to be going to him, number 2, with an incredible triple reversal of the field. I don't even know how to, I can't even call, I don't know what to call it.
Get your hands up on him on the snap. Get your hands up on the separation. Here we go. No, don't sit. Hold it. Hey, you don't want what goes wrong. It's how you respond. Okay.
He tried to be a quarterback next year.
He ran about 150 yards before he had the cross.
See people down on the sideline in front of us still talking about that play.
Yeah, I'm going to pull some unofficial next-gen stats. He ran about 158 yards before crossing the line of scrimmage. I will not tell you if that's true or false, but that's what I got for you.
Seems likely.
Oh my goodness. I'm so I can't. I don't even know what I just saw. But the Ravens now get it at the 45-yard line. So that penalty might come back to hurt the Outlaws. Great play or not, they got to get a stop on defense.
He gets paid millions of dollars. Not a single kid out here gets paid millions of dollars to do what time he's doing. You run your ass to the end zone, you hand the ref the football, and get back into the hunt. That's it.
So the Ravens under center here, single back set. And quarterback, a little bit of trouble there on the snap, so the gain of nothing.
The gain of not a zip 0. And it's going to be second down coming up for the Ravens. I apologize if our energy has gone down the drain because it has after what we just saw a few minutes ago. But it's going to be second down here for the Ravens. They look to try to tie this one up with a touchdown.
Same formation, drop back looking to throw, and down he goes! Another sack here for the Outlaws. That's
And
going
now-
to bring up third down, and the Ravens are going to take a timeout.
They just opened up their brown paper bag and ate some sack lunch, and it's going to be third down and about 13 coming up for the Ravens.
So this is going to be about third and let's call it 13-14 here. Defense is rushing to get set on the field, even though the Ravens haven't even broke the huddle yet.
Jammed his mouth guard in. Little did they know, the huddle has not been broken. So looked like they had a little bit more time. But it's going to be 3rd and about 13 coming up for the Ravens, trying to get a first down to get down the field as quick as they can.
Takes a snap, going to look to throw. Put some air under it. It's good goal!
Intercepted!
Easy reach, green eggs and ham. Can he go all the way? He'll go down at the 30-yard line.
Dr. Seuss came out to play, and the Outlaws get the turnover late in this one.
Well, he jumped right in front of that one.
Read that one like a book. In fact, read it like green eggs and ham.
I've been waiting all day
I
to
know.
pull that one out.
Oh. And it looks like with that game has just been over.
Yeah, game-sealing interception here. As the Outlaws will win it here against the Ravens, 12-6. Oh, boy, that play where he reverse field 3 times is
Triple reversed, game-sealing interception. This
What
has
a way
been
to end
what
it.
a way to end the game. Oh. They get ready for the patented midfield handshake.
And it appears that the self-dubbed Outlaw offense was very effective for them.
Yeah, I think that the Buccaneers should really take a look. Tom Brady, Gronkowski. I think they should really come take a look at this Outlaw offense. I know on the surface it looks like it's a little bit amateur, but hey, the
Very
Outlaw offense gets
versatile.
things done. It's a versatile offensive set.
So that'll be it for this 3rd game, 12 and under here on the Florida Athletics Network. Outlaws are champions, 12-6 over the Ravens.